Yeah, it's really amazing to see you both today.
Yeah, so amazing.
Absolutely. Nice to see you, and it's really great privilege and pleasure that you are both have joined today. Enormous honor. For me, as the founder of Partnership for Advancing Innovative Sustainability, it's a great chance to hear your voices, your vision, to learn more about your projects. As our motto is, we learn from each other through sharing stories, experiences, and best practices. And I hope it will be useful for people watching us, so they should follow your example of great environmental leadership. So hello everyone, here we do begin. We today three young people from different parts of the globe, from Ukraine, the Philippines, and Nepal. Today we will be discussing the aspects of climate change and the youth vision, how to tackle this quite urgent issue. Today with us is Johnrey Sendico from Philippines, a college student in the CPSU Maine. He is currently also the Secretary General of his own local organization, about which he would tell us the projects, aspirations, and other aspects. As well as with us Monica Neupane, program officer in the Center for Environmental Education of Nepal, a board member in CliMates Nepal, and regional director at Thought for Food. She has graduated in the field of environmental studies from Chandra multiple campus in Nepal, and is very actively involved in climate activism. So thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so much, Karina, for your wonderful introduction. It's a pleasure to be here.
Privilege to see you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Karina, also for that great introduction. Nice to see you guys. It's a big privilege on my side to collaborate with you and to make this seminars or meeting possible. So thank you so much, guys.
So to begin with, we usually start from sharing stories and some projects to understand where you are, what is your motivation to share with other people. Monica, could you please tell us about your project scope? There are numerous of projects, including food security as well as climate actions, different directions. What makes you inspired about protecting environment, and what are your current scope? You will also be sharing the presentation, yes?
Yes, yes. So let me share my presentation first. Like, I'll share it from a laptop. I am joining from my phone. So let me in from my laptop, and I will be able to. So give me some seconds, okay?
Yeah, sure. Oh, great. We can see it. Perfect.
Yeah, it is visible, right? Okay. So, talking about my journey in climate activism, I started after I entered in my college. I studied environment science. During my beginning of my study, I was not much aware about these topic like action and activism and stuff like that. We always had a mindset that we have to graduate and get a degree, and then we will get a job and we will work. We like, in my perspective, I never had a vision to do something good or do something impactful while achieving our dreams. So after a few years, like when I graduated, I joined some NGOs and organizations who were actually practicing these topics like sustainability and climate action. And from there, from the year 2017, 2018, I started my climate activism journey and sustainability journey. So I went to NGO named Himalayan Climate Initiative. It is basically known as a sustainability hub, and I worked there for like basically volunteered there for more than 1 year, and I got to get to know more about what I was studying and what is the main purpose of the subject environment science and why sustainability is really important. After that, I slowly started to learn a lot more about this climate action and climate negotiation, climate policy, and all these topics. And from 2018, I officially started my journey. And right now, at the moment, I am working as a Center for Environment Education Nepal, one of the program officer at Center for Environment Education Nepal, and I am leading a project named SDGs in Action. So this project SDGs in Action is mainly about teaching school students about these sustainable development goals, why these are important, and why do we need to achieve it by 2030. We teach these students through practical and theoretical by taking theoretical classes and making it to project-based learning. So as you can see, students are doing some activities and measuring their environmental aspects through pie chart and through doing research work. Also there you can see a kid pouring water to the tree. So it's basically environmental friendly classes that we provide them. So yeah, here are some pictures of we having some discussions. Here you can see we engage in this project SDGs in Action. We engage basically youth like us, like who are studying bachelor's degree and who want to do something impactful in the society and give their learning back. So we mostly, as you can see, there are a lot of young students there in the discussion session, and we are engaging young college students to teach small school students. So in that way, we are engaging a generation. And as you can see in the first top picture and the seminar session, where students are showcasing their artwork through different pictures and paintings to our guests. So this is how the overall SDGs in Action is designed, and we teach them through a year basis. Like we teach a whole year, connecting to different schools. And back in 2019, we started this project. Back in June 5th, 2019, and it was going smoothly in 5 schools. We were teaching in 5 schools, but due to pandemic, we had to pause this, and we moved into virtual sessions because we were not able to go to schools, and we continued it. And in the beginning, it was the situation that schools were not able to provide us the virtual classes. So we focused more on youth, and we engaged youth who were not actually in school level but who were actually in college, and who might be our possible trainers for further project after the situation went back to normal. So we did a lot of series about these SDGs and climate action, and all the aspects that is directly linked to the climate change and this sustainability topic. So yeah, so that's all about my work leading the project SDGs in Action. That's how we are running right now, and we are focusing to reach out to more schools, like more nationwide, and to engage a lot of people there, and teach a lot of students, so that it creates an great impact. So yeah, that's all about the project SDGs. And from my CliMates Nepal, as you mentioned, I am also involved in CliMates Nepal. So we had a lot of different projects from CliMates, like webinars and different awareness projects as well. From that, this is the picture of first ever local conference of youth we did in Nepal, and we did it in virtual mode. Like in 2020, we organized this session. So it was also one of the fruitful and impactful event that we organized. And yeah, through CliMates Nepal, we also had created some art week where we open a form and asked all our viewers or all our participants to send their some kind of artworks through photography or through graphic designing or through painting. So it should be related. We kept a criteria that it should be related to environment and sustainability and climate change, and we got these pictures. So I've picked these pictures. So the left picture you see, it's Gosai Kunda. It's the place of Gosai Kunda. It's located in Langtang National Park in Nepal. It is one of the beautiful place to visit in Nepal. So as you know, Nepal is rich in natural resources and we have a lot of mountains here. And the right picture you see, it's crocodile. It's basically in Chitwan National Park. So the crocodile is resting obviously, and the photographer was sightseeing and he clicked the picture and he participated to our art week. So this is how we are like engaging youth in different environmental and climate awareness projects. And yeah, so thank you so much. And also what I want to add is there are a lot of projects that we are right now doing. We have national food system dialogue. So I'm also in the organizing committee of national food discourse. So it is happening in 2 days, and we will be focusing on the food systems and how whether it is sustainable or not and how it's impacting the climate. So this is how my climate journey is working, and I am working in such projects which we try to work from grassroots level to policy level. So yeah, that's overall my climate journey. So thank you so much.
Wow, thank you so much, Monica. It's just so inspiring, amazing, and fascinating how these different scopes of projects comply to each other. So there is a kind of a bigger picture, and also really impressive about Arts Week, overall your approach on how you involve young people, so leaders from different generations, as well as young people from different ages can inspire each other. So there is a kind of mentorship and this really non-formal education which teaches loving the planet rather than formal things. I know quite many people from Nepal graduating, not the least you, from environmental fields of studies. And is it by chance that there are so many people, or it really dominates if we compare to other priorities? Like in some countries, agriculture may dominate, economics or law, and is it in Nepal environmental studies dominating?
Yeah, talking about the studies, environmental studies, there, as I mentioned earlier, Nepal is highly rich in environmental aspect and natural resources. Also, Nepal has a domination of agriculture and environment. It's a bit linked together. And also, if you know that Nepal is the fourth most vulnerable country in context of climate change and 11th in terms of earthquake and flood. So somehow these topics are arising a lot, and we are facing the effect of climate change a lot lately. And the people, the youth are much more interested in the topics that we are facing right now. So that is the most possible reason that people are highly interested in environmental activism and climate activism. And also, as we all are from the farmers background, a lot of people are dependent on agriculture, and this is somehow linked to the study that we are doing right now. And a lot of agriculture students are also environmental activists because it is kind of linked together. So yeah, that's the main reason that students and youth are more involved in environmental activism. So also one thing I want to mention, it's not limited on the studies, because there are a lot of IT students who are in environmental activism. I don't know, like a lot of people. It is kind of inclusive. So yeah.
Great, thank you so much for explaining and getting us through this wonderful trip in Nepal. Now I give the floor to Johnrey to talk about his projects, his experience, and I know that Johnrey is also a photographer, wonderful photographer, and engaged in promoting content of his country. So there is many linkage, as I see, between your activities, really impressive. Johnrey, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Miss Karina, for that wonderful introduction. So, a pleasant day to all of you guys, especially to our founder of PAIS. Okay, let me share you my share screen. I only have one cell phone here. Wait, just wait. Okay, I have. Wait a minute. I will. Okay, just wait. Okay, I want to share. Oh, you. I got problem in my share screen. Okay, let me introduce first of what our project here. So before that, I want to mention to all my organization in here in the Philippines. I would like to mention the SSG officers, and also the Mountain Dreamer Philippines organization, and also um, the Hope Builder organization here in the Philippines. So this afternoon, guys, I would like to share with you about our project here. So first of all, we have a just what we call tree planting activity here. First of all, because as a student, I see last many years that here in the Philippines we encountered many times. I mean, we encountered some disasters, just like floods, just like storm. It is because of our mountain is have no trees because of of what the people do. They cut the trees, then they don't replace it again. So that's why when the storm comes, then it's flood. Then many of our friends' lives now gone. So that I see in myself that oh, what's happening? Then after that, I after going to school, I heard my classmates saying that, hey man, would you like some organization? Um, would you want to join this organization? So I said, what's that? So he said, this organization is all about climate change or climate change. So I said to myself, yes, okay, I will join that. So that's why after that, we conduct seminars, then we conduct preliminary procedure on how to to make I mean to plant a proper then um and that and that's the reason why our government here right now is very active in pursuing this activity because our local government here was very innovative. They encourage the youth here to pursue this activity, which is a tree planting activity, because they know that our country needs more trees so that um, uh, the the climate change will lessen its effect. So that is why um, as a young leader, as a youth, we need to encourage our fellow youths um, to do this activity. And also, I just like to mention again another activity that we have, just like we're having some what we call this seminar about um, uh, giving foods or just like community pantry because as of now, as we encountered a pandemic, right? And then some of our areas are lack of needs so that as a youth, we we get partnership with our local government, so that we merge, and then we can create a sustainable work, which is it can help our neighborhood, no? By the means of giving them foods, giving them face masks, face shields, and that's the reason why uh, some of our youth here was very active in community service, and that's another that is our another activity. So let's focus on our the main activity that we have, in, just like a tree planting activity. So um, this activity will give me a knowledge which I use this in the future, so that as we can see right now, even not only in the Philippines but also the whole world suffering the climate change. And as a youth, we need to do it first. We need to make move, because um, our government. Uh, I'm not saying that our government can do it, but we need our government need us also as a young leader in this world. So that's all for today, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much for sharing your wonderful journey. It was very encouraging in terms of how young people can contribute to the local life, entering the organizations, and then it will go further. And some initiatives like planting trees can also unite youth for helping with the pandemics, responding these challenges. So it's like facilitating this energy of change on the local level, and young people are no longer waiting for the government to come, for the institutions to come, but take change from the grassroots level. Thank you so much for sharing it. And currently, I would like to ask, what are the challenges face? Because I've been talking to quite many people, and young activists are often facing some challenges, some barriers, so their voices are not always heard in as much level as needed to implement this change. Could you please share in general what are your vision of these challenges, these barriers that should be removed, or probably from your personal experience while you were entering and currently implementing the projects, what are the walls of this participation to be removed, barriers? Monica, would you like to start, please?
Yeah, sure. Thank you for the question. So, yeah, there are a lot of challenges when you are actually working in some social initiative. We faced, in my personal experience, I also faced a lot of challenges through, as I mentioned, in SDGs in Action, we are targeting small school students. Then we had to, convince a lot of people, stakeholders that who are not actually aware about these issues that we will be facing because of climate change, and we had to convince them, and we had to reach out to them back to back, because we are not getting proper responses and proper support from them. So one of the biggest challenges we faced is that support from be it a local community or be it different stakeholders. We had to reach out to them back to back, but after some time period, like it is now a bit changing, because it's not always the negative part we focus on. People are actually helping us now after some effort. And yeah, and secondly, there are a lot of we have a lot of ideas. In some cases we have a lot of ideas, but we don't get proper fund or proper support, or a lot of resources that we need. So that's something that we as a youth have to face. And yeah, and more importantly, we what we need to keep in mind after being an activist is that though a lot of challenges, we have to keep faith on ourselves, and we should believe that one day we will actually get chance to change the world and make the future beautiful. So yeah.
Yeah, in fact, this challenge of starting point when young people are entering and there is a need of resources is a big challenge, and really there should be more programs. There are some programs and it's really great, but we have to manage to somehow extend this range of opportunities for young people founding their organizations and starting taking change. Johnrey, what is your vision on that?
Okay, yes. In my own experience, I have experienced during my
Something with the sound, we cannot hear you. Probably it's because of earpods.
okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So as mentioned earlier ago, with my experience, now I have experienced during our tree planting. One of the most barrier that we encounter on that day was some of our youth were not able to go because they are so far from the city. It's like they are in the mountainous area, and that's why that's one of the that's a number one reason why we are we are that's why we go in tree planting with a few members. But as of now, no, my other organization create a workshop or create a seminar wherein we can train them online through online. We can share the ideas on how to prepare some seeds and how um, to plant trees, because one of the main point of my organization was also the waste management, how to how to proper uh, use the waste disposal waste management, because as we can see right now in my country, lots of waste are you can see in like in river, in oceans, because some people here was I don't know what they are, but um, as a youth, we encourage them to participate our seminars, our online seminars on how to minimize, on how to involve youth uh, workshop wherein they can use it in their proper waste disposal. So that's all, and thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing. Actually, there is like online opportunity. Studying online gives more chance to reach people from the remote areas. However, there is a certain caution about internet connection and accessibility, which is quite challenging for people. So here, like trying to connect and this internet connection, accessibility, affordability is also significant aspects. Thank you so much for this wonderful conversation. It's an enormous pleasure to hear your voices. And now, as a concluding point, could you please share what are the three probably key steps to solve this problem of climate change globally, to encourage young people as a kind of your own message to the world leaders, to young people watching us, to be heard and to get inspired by your own motivation. So this will be like multiple effect for other people, some kind of push and solution as well. Monica, please.
So yeah, what I want to say is, like, first of all, believing in yourself is really important, because we are on this era that like being sustainable is some kind of fascinating concept for everyone, but who actually have understood and who actually believe in sustainability knows how important this is, and why we are like actually practicing it. So believing in yourself, there might be a lot of people who might discourage you, or who might um, let you down because of certain situation. It's not completely their fault as well, because we are actually surrounded in that community. But yeah, first of all, if you believe in yourself, then change is obviously there. And secondly, second step what I want to make use aware about is like starting from yourself. If you want to aware people, if you want to tell something to others, start it from yourself. Like if you want to do some awareness campaigns related plastic, single use plastic items which should not carry it, then start it yourself by not carrying the single-use plastic bag, or using any single-use item that is actually harming the environment. Then you will be a set of examples for others, and they will get inspired from you, and you might bring change. So yeah, that's what I want to convey the message. I also want to make people aware that I have been living a minimalistic lifestyle since past 2 years, and it was not that easy because yeah, I was actually like working as an environment activist, and it made me realize that I was also one of the polluters, and one of the person who is actually contributing in this climate emission, carbon emission, and bringing climate change. So that made me realize, and it made me like believe that I need to do something impactful. I need to start from myself, and after that I am here engaging and empowering and working together with a lot of people. And there is change there. From my journey, I can say that there are a lot of people who are actually positive and willing to work. And yeah, if you believe in yourself and start from yourself, like impactful change is there in the future. So yeah.
Thank you so much for such very concrete steps and very meaningful, as every change starts with yourself. And thank you for sharing your personal experience of how to start with yourself and then to disseminate these ideas into larger scale, to the community, to the grassroots level, and more and more. Thank you so much. Johnrey, what are the 3 key steps and your message to our viewers and world leaders?
Yeah, okay. I would like to share with you guys only 3 steps. First, I would like to share to you, believe. Just believe yourself that you can do it. Believe yourself that you can do possible things. Believe yourself that you can create something better. Believe in yourself that you can make the things possible. And then second is work. And after you believe yourself, just work it. um, I mean the second is plan. After you believe in yourself about your project, about your seminars, about your workshop, yeah, then plan it. Make it plan, and then make some linkages, make some partnership, then plan together, merge together, so that your plan was going to possible. And then last last was last step is work, no? After you believe in yourself that you can do it, plan with your colleagues, plans with your partners. Then after that, after you emerge, then work it together and make a big impact as a young leaders, big sustainable um, youth in this world. That's it. Thank you so much.
Just incredible formula. So belief, plan, work. Wonderful. I think it's like very efficient tool to be applied in all the fields and to foster our actions towards sustainability. I do really hope that it's not our last meeting and we will be able to continue cooperation, exchanging of ideas and partnership because everything starts from partnerships. You have provided the perspectives from your country, from your personal experience, and this learning from each others really help and intensifies our personal journeys. Thank you so much. Deep honor, and hope to see you soon. Again, keep inspired, motivated, all the best with all your projects. You are doing just amazing and great.
Yeah, thank you so much, Karina, for inviting and in this meaningful discussion today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much also, Karina, for giving this opportunity to meet us here in internet, and also to Monica. Thank you so much for your wonderful words that encourage us to be a young leader someday. And thank you so much to all of you guys. You make my day amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's absolutely likewise. Thank you for sharing your story.